TJ on this evening and talk about some fishing. Welcome, TJ.
Thanks, Greg.
Why don't you give us a little background and tell them how we met, and I think there's some fishing involved in that too. So,
yeah, Greg and I met back in 2007 at Upper Iowa University, Fayette, playing baseball, and then we quickly found out about each other. We both enjoy fishing, and that's basically all we did was we played baseball and went fishing like every single day, or hunting, or some sort of activity outside. And it was a lot of fun, and we just created a great friendship over the years. And that's pretty much how you meet good people along the way, and the really good buddies, they stick around years and years down the road after not even hardly talking. Life happens, and here we are.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy.
We kind
I was
of left off 10 years ago, you know what I mean? Or
yeah, I was in both of y'all's wedding, and you guys were both in mine too, so that's kind of cool.
Yep.
But, still waiting for those Iowa pictures to get posted.
Yeah, Upper Iowa. I remember TJ. He's a diehard fisherman. And I remember you looking through the ice in the river trying to catch smallmouth, and you caught some really. I caught a 19-incher, I think, and you caught a couple 20, 21s.
Yeah, that was a blast. Sight fishing for pooled up smallmouth bass out of the Volga River. And that was a lot of fun. I don't know. We had a lot of great ideas, and a lot of them didn't pan out, and some did. Remember that kayaking trip we went mushroom hunting? We had so many mushrooms that were spilling out of our kayaks, floating down the river.
We sold them at the local convenience store too. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time. I think. I had a great time, but some of the fondest memories were not in class. It was outside the classroom, obviously. Did you take Fishing 101? That was a course like an elective.
I don't believe Dr. Clan let me.
Oh.
No, he kind of kept me on the straight and narrow, you know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah, I took it, and it was basically you met twice. You met once first day class, and then you met the last day class, and here's the fish I caught.
Really?
So, but yeah, let's jump right into it. What have you been up to?
Oh, just starting the concrete work for the year. It's been a little bit more wet than kind of anticipated, I guess, and a lot of wet days leads to a lot of fishing days. So I got out today, and it was tough. I don't know. It was dead calm. Barometer was under 30, and I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but it was just a tough bite today. The fish, I caught a few decent ones, and they're keepers, and got enough for dinner tonight, and just got done eating those with the kids and wife. It was a tough bite today. I've had a lot more luck earlier in April than I am now, which is kind of odd, but you get out when you can and just enjoy being outside.
Yeah, I think Jesse got out and went fishing. Was that last week or the week before? Caught some crappies.
A couple weeks ago, I went pond hopping in Ankeny and got into some crappies and whatnot, but it's all kind of died off. And I have a pond behind my house, and there's people there every day, and you can just kind of tell when they are and aren't biting. And I don't know. I think the water temperature is just being weird, at least in the ponds with all the rain. It kind of keeps it from warming up, I think, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm still catching quite a few females. Not quite a few, but a decent amount of my fish are females out deeper, over 8 or 9 foot of water yet, suspended 5 or 6 foot down. And then it seems like the males they're coming and going depending on the day. Some days you see.
What are you catching them on?
Today was this little 64th ounce hair jig.
That's tiny.
Yeah, it was pretty small. I like to use larger baits, as large as you can, try and target the larger fish. But just to get bites this last week or two, I've had to really downsize. That's just been a weird year for me. I haven't caught fish where I have in the last 20 years, like my go-to spots, my number one spots. I just haven't produced. And I'm catching fish elsewhere, mostly in shallow mud flats. If you find a stump, any sort of little structure, there's going to be a couple fish on it, and it's out in the middle of nowhere, really. It's different this year for some reason.
Is that from shore or from a boat, or what's?
Yeah, mostly from shore. Yep. It's tough to get to. There's so much mud. It's tough to get a boat back there unless you got a mud motor. So, the cat fishermen get up in those areas and they're catfishing, and they have the equipment to fish for them if they choose to, but not a lot of people are trying. I think they're having more success on their typical spots on the res. So
Nice.
that's typically where I don't fish. Is I try and stay away from the crowds. So
Do you have? We talked a little bit about this before, but you have a live scope set up on your boat?
me?
Yeah.
No, I don't have a boat actually.
Oh,
Just a shoreline warrior, I guess. I get on buddies' boats often, so no, I haven't had a boat for probably 10 years now.
Okay.
But you can still get away from people on shore and find fish. So
Nice. We have a little flat bottom. What was it, 16 foot, or not even? That's 14. And we're
It's 14.
probably get it out pretty soon and go to Sailorville. Maybe see if we can catch some crappies. We like the slip bobber. We're the slip bobber kind of people.
slip bobbers are good. But
Super effective.
I almost resorted to getting minnows today. That's how hard the bite has been for me. But I decided not to, and who knows if it would have helped or not.
I think this weekend we're going down to Rathbun. I think we'll probably grab some minnow worms and try everything that we can. So the last time I was fishing down there, Jesse actually caught, I don't know, 6-7 pound wiper.
Nice.
So that was a while ago.
Last time we were fishing, Jesse, was that a pond that Greg had access to? Hammered some real nice crappies.
Was it Country Club?
Is that it?
I think so. I had a memory pop up. The big bass pond. You were fishing with me there too.
I remember we took him to the nearby lake and at the cleaning station there, and people were like, "Oh my God, you caught these fish here?" We're like, "Yeah, just across the lake there." No way.
I think we took them to Rock Creek and cleaned them.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, I remember that. That's right. That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I've had people do the same thing to me around here, so it's funny.
That is. So what are we going to target this weekend?
I don't know. Have you talked to Jeremy?
No.
Probably crappie. Be my guess. Dumped some dirt this week at a guy's house, and he said he fished it last week and did real good on crappie and walleye.
Nice. Yeah, so we're going down to Rathbun, and Jesse's going up to Wisconsin to go turkey hunting.
Yep.
You leave tomorrow morning?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll leave around 10, 11 o'clock. Try to get over there by noon, over to Cedar Rapids, and then head up. But one last hunt. If I didn't have the tag, I'd be done already. But it's just one of those. It's fun. It's different. So hopefully it's a productive weekend. or week.
You're going up there with Mitch, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice. Your video's going kind of in and out. TJ looks fine. But...
Yeah, everybody's has, like, it's buffered. Everybody's at one point or another too. I don't know what's going on.
Gotcha. Cool. What else you want to talk about? Well, how do you keep your minnows?
What's that?
How do you keep your minnows alive?
When I do have minnows, I use a decent aerator. Can't think of the name of it. But anyways, I put a little bit of G juice in there, and it keeps the minnows real lively and active. The same stuff that like bass tournament anglers put in their live well, help keep their fish alive for weigh-ins. So it turns the water kind of a bluish tint, and it works.
I wonder if that's what I have in my tank.
Yeah, for bullheads.
Yeah, it's whatever Spencer uses in his live well or his bait tank. White jug with like a blue lid or something. It's like a powder, like not quite. It's like a granule.
Might be. This one's a liquid.
Okay.
I got my bag here.
Oh,
okay. Huh.
Works good.
Nice.
Have the aerator going with it, and I have very few die, if any. You got to keep the dead ones out if you get them though.
Right. Yeah, that seems to be the thing. You get one or two starting to die, and then I don't know what it is if they just start breaking down right away, but it doesn't take long for all of them to die.
No, not long at all. Same with night crawlers too. You get a dead one in there, and you put it in the fridge and save it for next weekend. And take it out, and you're like, shit. The rest of them, they're all dead.
Yeah, I got a bunch of night crawlers in my fridge that Jason and I picked up. We've been getting so much rain, night crawlers all over the gravel road. So,
yeah, I picked a bunch up like last week while it was raining. Our whole street was just full of the big, thick night crawlers, and picked up probably 3 dozen of them, and been taking the kids like every other night behind the house. They've been asking to fish, so I'm like, all right, let's go.
Nice. TJ, do you catfish much?
No, I used to all the time, and it just kind of got boring, I guess, to me. Sitting there waiting. But no, I catch them on accident, and that's enough catfishing for me now.
Do you remember the time that you, Nate, Steer, and I went and ran diddy poles and caught a walleye?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Nate's actually putting in Jesse's CRP here, hopefully sooner than later. But
is he?
Yep.
Yeah,
that was
if it stops raining, he said he would. So.
Yeah, that was a different kind of catfishing. Well, I think we had the creek chubs. You're catching walleye, and it was.
We're using bluegill.
I think it was shell rock.
Yeah, shell rock.
Bluegill.
I think we're using bluegill. Yeah, bluegill and like green sunfish.
Remember those? The diddy poles are hard to get in because of all the rocks. Was it the Shell Rock River?
Yeah, it was a shell rock. You're breaking up, or breaking up.
Yeah. I can try my Wi-Fi, but I'm afraid it'll kick me out.
Yeah, it's been one of those. It's just kind of every once in a while, everybody will glitch, and Greg will glitch, and then TJ will, and then mine will go start spinning, and it's
Yeah, yours has
It's
been
one of the
glitchy.
downfalls of doing the podcast online. Or
No, you guys
so,
run nitty
I don't
pulls
know.
or
It's
do you guys?
Yeah.
yeah. We'll probably start Memorial Day. We want to try
Passes.
to get
Part.
out.
Yeah, you got to catch some bait. TJ's fine on my end. You're
Next week.
fuzzy.
Yeah, you're fuzzy on my end, so I don't know. No idea.
You're both fuzzy to me.
Yeah, you're crystal clear.
Perfect.
Well, mine's the one that's recording, so
it's shot.
I just talked to Jenny about Memorial Day. So if we want to run them, set them Friday, check them Saturday, and then I might run up to Okoboji or Clear Lake Saturday into Sunday.
And fish.
I doubt I'll fish, but that Jenny's sister lives up in Ventura, and I think her sister from Florida is coming up, and I think they're going to have most of their sisters are going to be up there. So
Nice. I'm gonna try to get better
I want to do a
service.
family thing. So.
Cool.
Have you fished Clear Lake very much, Jesse?
No, not really. It's like every time we go up there, we don't have enough time to do anything. It's always family oriented. So if I could sneak away, it's like an hour or two, and it's almost not worth messing with it, really.
Yeah.
It's just there's so many people, so much recreation on that lake, and it's just annoying. So it's not fun.
Right.
You go catch
it. Huh?
What's
you
that?
go up there and catch some bull.
Small eye?
I could, yeah. The last time I was up there and actually fished it might have been Memorial Day, and I was on a dock fishing with a bobber and minnows and caught, I don't know, 100 10-inch walleyes. Like every single cast was a 10-inch walleye.
That's crazy.
So I mean, it's good. It's good. I mean, that means they're going to grow up and get bigger, but it sure sucked that the only thing I was catching was fish that small.
They have a yellow bass problem up there, don't they?
I don't think anymore.
Oh yeah, I mean, they have yellow bass tournaments and all that stuff.
Yeah, people hammer those things up there. I know that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep, it actually kind of low key turned into a good musky lake.
Yeah, we were up years ago, and every morning they were coming by, tossing these huge lures to catch muskie.
Last time I fished that was with you, Greg.
When was that?
It was probably a year or two after, maybe that summer after we graduated.
Did we fish it from a boat? I don't remember.
Yeah. Probably the year after.
Is that when we were trolling for walleye?
Yep.
Okay, I remember that.
Did we even catch any walleye? I remember catching a big catfish.
I think we caught a few walleye. The biggest one, I think, got off at the boat. But yes, there's a lot of recreation too.
And then I guess the time before that I fished, it was with my uncle. Back when I was growing up, like we would just hammer the yellow bullheads. It was like every single cast and catch a bullhead.
Yeah,
that's what we're looking.
They dredged out the slough. So they got rid of everything in the slough, and I think they dredged out the little lake too, and redid a lot of stuff around the edge. So I don't think there's as many in there as there used to be, but like
Oh,
Greg and I have the problem of finding places close enough that have bullheads, because back then you didn't want to catch them, and now we want to use them for bait, and you
right.
can't because we can't find them anywhere.
Except one pond.
Yeah, and it's only good till stuff starts greening up, and then it's almost impossible to catch them.
Yeah, pretty soon.
So, unless we want to drive somewhere for go up north to a lake or something where we know has them, and
yeah, or we go to Grinnell, go to Bear's Pond.
yeah, we could do that too.
I don't know of anywhere around here to catch them anymore. Consistently, anyways.
Yeah, I got one pond in Des Moines to consistently catch them. That's not a pond; it's a lake, but I've done fairly good there.
They had a walleye tournament there last weekend at Clear Lake, and then it looked like a whole bunch of boats, like 100 or something.
Oh, I'm sure I could imagine.
And that's not a
Probably.
very big lake either. It was a nice weekend, and you got 100 tournament fishermen, and then how many other people, fishing for crappie or bass fishing, muskie fishing, or whatever. That was a busy lake, I bet.
Right. Well, and then
That's
just poking around, getting ready for the summer, just going running a tank of gas through on your pontoon boat or something like that, just cruising, not so much swimming, but
mm-hmm. Have you fished any of the rivers for walleye this past spring?
Early April, late March, couple hours here and there, just here in town on the Cedar. Catch one or two, enough for dinner, but nothing too extraordinary. I got up to Mississippi a couple times, struck out, but no, my main focus has been pretty much crappie this spring.
Yeah, I know that when I was going back and forth to Iowa City, where Jesse and I used to fish, I'm not sure what bridge that was, but there's always guys down there fishing on this past spring, and never did throw in my rod and reel, but we used to fish there all the time when he lived in Iowa City.
yeah, that's what is that? I can't even remember the name of the street anymore. It's the main spillway in Iowa City.
Burlington Street.
Burlington Street.
I don't get down there much. It's a pain to find any parking.
And you got guys keeping 3-inch smallmouth.
Oh my God, buckets of them.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I got a couple good walleyes out of there, but
Yeah, there's some giants for
a lot
sure
of
down
snags.
there. Yep. I probably haven't fished that in 8 years. Probably since the kids were born, actually.
Yeah, busy man. You got two kids?
That's limited. Yeah, 2 of them, 8 and 5.
You got your hands full.
Oh yeah, 2 boys. Yep. The little hellions.
I can imagine if they're anything like you.
Well, they say you get it back 10 times worse, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. They're on their way.
There you go. Well, I'm looking forward to fishing with you this weekend. Hopefully, we can snag a few in the mouth.
Oh
And
yeah.
Who
Yeah,
knows?
it should be a good time. Getting down there, Friday?
Yep. Friday after work, I'll head that way.
What time's that?
I'm done at 3:30.
Perfect.
So, yep. But I better, even though the video is a little staticky, hopefully the audio is good.
Yeah, it's been good enough for the most part. You know, it happens.
Yep. Hopefully we have some videos from down south. Reeling them in. I know we won't make any YouTube videos because you don't like editing those, but as far as the fishing goes, so
I mean,
maybe some.
I don't mind it, but you gotta send me a bunch of shorts.
We will.
There you go.
So
Good catching some
awesome.
giants.
Well,
Sure.
I got my fishing stuff ready. So good luck in Wisconsin, Jesse, and TJ. We'll be seeing you soon. Thanks for
yeah,
hopping on.
thank you.
You bet. We'll see you guys. Thank you.
See you Friday.
All
You
right,
bet.
see you guys.
Later.
Bye.